Hello and welcome to Normal Game Couch, and welcome to episode 25 of the Mandleth operation. We took, Monday and Tuesday of this week off because of E3, and even though E3 is still ongoing today, I can't abandon Terraria. My Terraria stream is too important to me to abandon. I didn't feel right taking today off. As you know, we stream Terraria on Wednesdays, and I couldn't just not do that. It didn't feel right. I prioritize Terraria. It's kind of my guilty pleasure. But since this is the first stream since E3 started, I feel like I gotta give a couple shout outs to some amazing projects that I've seen. Right off the bat, Nintendo came out with Earthbound Beginnings, which is Mother 1 on the Virtual Console for the Wii U. They did a Nintendo World Championships, which was awesome. The winner was this guy named John Numbers. He was a really interesting cat. And then Bethesda came out with Doom. More content announced for The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 4. The crafting system in that looks amazing. Then we got backwards compatibility on the Xbox One, which is awesome, and will introduce a sea change. Now, this is important to people who watch my stream. That the backwards compatibility on the Xbox One will introduce a sea change in Normal Game Couch. I know that I've said that this is a PS4 centric a Twitch channel, and it will remain to be. But there will be times when I elect to stream Xbox 360 stuff, because I have a lot of retro compilations on the Xbox 360, and that's kind of my bread and butter. So I'm really looking forward to that. Forza 6, Dark Souls 3. Let's see here. Rare Replay, another Xbox One game. 30 rare games for $30. That's $1 a game. Pretty cool. Stuff like Killer Instinct and stuff like that, going all the way back to the ZX Spectrum, which is awesome. Mass Effect Andromeda, Star Wars Battlefront, of course, new South Park game, and I'm saving the best for last here. Final Fantasy VII Remake, Shenmue 3, The Last Guardian, all three of those at Sony's press conference. So, kind of just knocked out of the park, and of course I had to address that. It's not like directly Terraria related, but this is the first episode since E3, so I would be remiss if I didn't say anything. There's also a couple of new and interesting things going on here. We'll get to that in a second. I have 30 gold in my inventory. And this mushroom guy down here sells an amazing weapon, the Mushroom Spear. It's a really powerful melee weapon. So if you have a Bazor in your equipment, which I do not, but if you have a Bazor in your equipment, it becomes like almost twice as powerful. But we'll rock that for a little while, just so you guys can see it. It's really a great weapon. It can attack through walls, which is a really cool thing. Maybe we'll grab a Bazor while we're here. I'm pretty sure I have one somewhere. Do I not? I do not. Wow, okay. Well, what that would have done if I had one was add fire damage onto my melee attacks, which for this weapon it kind of really kind of strengthens the damage output. You may also notice these things here. These are teleporters. I spent some time off stream setting this stuff up. You can kind of see on the map here. Let's zoom in. You see that little thing in the middle there with a couple of I can't point with a mouse cursor here, but there's one there. There's one down there in that kind of pit. let's see, there's one there in that crevasse, and there's one over here, right there. These are my teleport pads. I have them going off to the left. This actually took a really long time and a significant amount of platinum and gold to set this up. I probably spent maybe 2.5 platinum on all this, which is pretty expensive for this character. I actually had to twink some plat from my other character, but it was worth it because now we can teleport out. And the pressure pads were acting wonky on this, so I actually had to go with switches. But now I'm all the way out to the beach already. It took 2 seconds. Let me show you guys how this is all kind of set up. You know, the preference is to do this with like I said, pressure pads. But I found that they weren't working consistently. Like I would teleport, and it would just drop me back in the castle, teleport again, drop me back in the castle, teleport again, drop me back in the castle, teleport again, and then it would work. But then it would keep dropping me back in the castle like another 4 or 5 times in a row. So it was very inconsistent. It wasn't working well, and I found that with the switches here, it worked consistently. And being able to rely on this consistently is actually kind of important. So you have to run these wires between teleport pads in order to get them to work, and this stuff is not cheap. It's 5 silver a piece, which doesn't sound like much, but what that essentially translates to is 20 pieces of wire per gold, and a piece of wire is only like 1 square big, so it's basically like one gold for every 20 squares worth of wire. So I kind of, hold on, I forgot what I was doing here. So I wanted to show you the path of the wire. So this is all very expensive, and it took a lot of time too. It took a lot of time. I had to dig out like a passage through the mountain here. I was trying not to do that kind of stuff because I didn't want to ruin my landscape that much, but there were certain times where you just kind of have to. Ah, turtle. Turtle's coming. Okay. So you can see how this, it's kind of dark here, but it all connects up to the other teleport pads. And we can teleport out of that madness. It's a little dangerous over there. And so that's what I did. I spent probably a good 2.5 hours and 2.5 platinum on setting all that up to the left. Probably this week, off stream, I'll set it up going off to the right, all the way out to the beach over there. So, and of course, I dropped in. I put the pads, like the teleport pads, above like relevant places, like above cave systems and stuff that I frequent. So, I decided to go off to the left first. Prioritize the left because I do more out in that direction. So, but we'll get that set up, you know, off to the right side for next time. You know, this week I'll do that off stream. So one of the things that we really benefit from having these teleports out is to be able to get to the beach quickly, because I need to harvest some shark fins. So we'll see if we can do that. Another thing I wanted to do on the stream tonight is maybe kill the... we should probably try to do this first. I want to kill the ice golem a few times. And he kind of shows up when it's raining like this, so maybe we should do that first. We'll go see if we can find this guy. He kind of comes out in like snowstorms and stuff. So we'll go see if we can find him, like, while it's still raining. If it's raining here, that means it's snowing here. So I want to kill this guy a bunch, get his armor set that he drops. I don't know if it's snowing hard enough. It might not be snowing hard enough to get the golem out, but we'll see. We'll know, like, right away, because when he steps out into the scene, he's kind of he starts shooting lasers at you. So we'll know right away when he steps out on the scene. So this is another one of those portal locations that I put out. You can see I put it above like a cave system here. So they're all strategically placed, and I tried placing them like equal distant apart, but like above like significant like geology. You know what I mean? So like, or geography. I mean, so it's all well spaced and sensibly spaced and placed in meaningful locations. Oh, look at this. We have rainbow slime. They dropped the rainbow block. Oh, and I see a laser, which means that we got the golem on our hands. Oh, no, we don't. That's a gastropod. It faked me out. I kind of don't think it's snowing hard enough to bring out the golem. I've seen him come out though, like when I didn't think it was snowing hard enough. So I guess we'll just kind of walk around and see. I mean, at the very least, we seem to be attracting these rainbow slimes, which is pretty cool. Because I wouldn't mind building a house out of rainbow blocks. That would kind of be a cool thing, I think. Dangerous out here, man. Alright, we're switching to my tried and true keen beam sword. Yeah, it's not looking good for the ice golem. I feel like he would have spawned by now if he was gonna. So yeah, E3 is pretty good so far, man. I can't get over that Shenmue. That was a really cool announcement. Sony had Yu Suzuki come out, and the one thing I'm kind of like iffy about is that it's come out now that Sony is actually going to fund the Shenmue 3 project in part, which kind of means that it almost seems like they were using the Kickstarter platform to like test the waters and see if there was demand for this thing, which is kind of like not that great of a thing to do, because like you're taking advantage of you know, backers, and you're kind of using them in that way, and you know there's got to be like a trusting relationship with backers. So and it almost kind of seems like they were gambling with Yu Suzuki's career. Like I'm kind of on the fence about how they did it, but on the other side of the coin, if they didn't do it, then we might never have gotten a Shenmue 3. And that series is kind of important to me too, because like I played Shenmue 1. Like we were initially promised 7 Shenmue games, if memory serves. They were like, all right, this is going to be an epic, you know, adventure, an epic narrative chronicling 7 games. And Yu Suzuki was all about making them, right? He was all like, yeah, we're going to do this, it's going to be great, and experience the tragic story of Ryo Hazuki. And the first one comes out, and I guess Sega was like, yeah, I guess it sold well enough, so they decide, you know, that it didn't sell great, but well enough to support maybe like 5 games. So they lowered it down from 7 to 5, and we were all, you know, people were like, man, that kind of sucks, but hey, at least we get 5 games. And then they lowered it to 3 because the second one came out and it didn't sell well enough, so they lowered it to 3 games. We're going to go after sharks now. The ice golem wasn't spawning. I guess it's not, the weather isn't hard enough right now. But yeah, so they lowered the Shenmue franchise down to 3 games, and after the second one came out. And unfortunately, I guess the second one didn't sell well enough or something, so they decided to just stop it there. But what ended up happening because of that is people like me who were very invested in the narrative of Ryo Hazuki avenging his father's death, we never got to see that through to the end. I hope Yu Suzuki realizes that this is probably his last chance to finish that narrative. And this is a narrative that I've been following for, let's see, 1999, like 16, 17 years. I'm invested in it, and I've never kind of gotten over the fact that I wasn't able to finish it. So it's kind of important to me, and I actually was considering backing it, but I don't have the spare cash right now to do that. But if it's still being funded, like if they don't like close funding on it between now and like next month, I might fund it because I believe in the project. I've never funded a Kickstarter before, but Shenmue is important to me, and I would like to play a game of Lucky Hit. You know what I'm saying? So let's do it. How about a game of Lucky Hit? How about a game of Shenmue 3, man? That sounds good to me. So I'm kind of walking off the screen to get the ocean to respawn enemies because I'm looking for the shark. There's an orca. Killer whale. We're going to need shark fins for something I want to craft. The Mega Shark, it's this kind of like shark gun. It doesn't fire sharks, so that would be cool. It fires bullets, but it's kind of made out of like a shark carcass, I guess. But it's a really powerful gun that you want to use against. There's a golem boss that we fight later, not the ice golem, but like the temple golem. He's down here in this thing. So you want the Mega Shark for that guy. And in order to do that, we need 5 shark fins. Here's a shark right there. I'm gonna run out of air. Probably. Gotta get back up to the surface. I don't know how many shark fins we have in our inventory. Back at the house. We might have a couple, but we're going to need at least 5 here. I don't want to do this the whole episode because this would get stale after a while, but maybe we'll get a couple more, and whatever I don't get now I'll do off stream. I try to find that balance between what is worth like putting out there as far as like dynamic gameplay and content goes. It could take maybe like an hour to farm 5 shark fins. Like I have no idea how long it would take because it's kind of one of these random things because I did it on my other character and it took probably a combined total of about 45 minutes to get 5 shark fins. So it's not something that the game just hands you. I don't necessarily want to spend that much time doing this, but we'll do this for a little longer. Maybe get a couple more, and then we're going to go into the jungle, find some more chlorophyte. Excellent. Another shark fin. Find some more chlorophyte, just to have it, and I want to get some more golden hearts, aka life fruit, to increase our pool of HP. So that's going to be a thing that we'll probably do after this. I'd like to get at least one more shark fin. And it's still raining pretty good, but I don't think it's like storming out, so I don't think the ice golem's going to pop up yet. Unfortunately, when we're in the jungle mining around, we're underground, so we won't be able to tell what the weather's like. There might be an item you can craft to see what the weather's like when you're underground, but I don't know about it. Didn't Minecraft have something like that? I don't recall. I never got into Minecraft as hard as I got into Terraria. I actually like Terraria a lot more. I used to think like Minecraft was the be-all end-all of like, like creative like games that are fun to stream, but once you start streaming Terraria, man, you never go back. There's a lot of cool stuff coming up too. Like we're probably like 75% through the end game, so we're getting up there, man. I mean, I'm pretty much at the end game on my other character. I kind of like to scout ahead in terms of like what the game has to offer and what's going to be coming up on the stream with my other character in a different world. Of course, I should mention that I don't. Everything that's done in this world is done in this world for the first time. I don't take my other character into this world. He's got a separate world that he does stuff in, but so this world, everything that you see happen in this world is happening in this world for the first time. I don't fake anything here. I'd like to get one more shark fin before we move on. And keep an eye on my air. I don't want to die down here. More orcas. Flying underwater with my wings. I don't know how well that would work. One more shark. And it stopped raining. Another orca. Another orca. Come on, sharks. So Fallout 4 is looking really good. I was really surprised. Something I didn't expect at all. All the like crafting, like you can craft like a whole village. That's awesome. And like NPCs move in and stuff. By the way, we killed another shark. Did I pick up the fin? Yes, I did. There's some... we're going to teleport back, but there's some drops down here I want to pick up before we do. So that's going to be a really fun game to stream too, because of all the creativity involved. Stuff like that is great for Twitch, because you never know what like the individual streamer is going to bring to the table. So that's always interesting to watch, and that's kind of what makes Terraria and Minecraft so good for streaming. Is you kind of never know what an individual streamer is going to bring to the table, because everyone has their own ideas of like what makes for an interesting broadcast. All right, so what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to go to the jungle and look for some more life fruits and harvest some more chlorophyte. Let's check out this frost staff. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that great of a thing, but we'll check it out anyway. I've been wrong about weapons before. It doesn't bounce off anything. I mean, it's okay. It uses mana really fast. Kind of burns through it. I'm not a big fan of how quickly it's burning through mana. We'll drop off our gold in this one. And we'll drop off our flora and fauna. All our organic items. I guess black ink would fit under that purview, right? Put that with the fauna stuff. Did we pick up any rainbow blocks before on this character? I don't think that we did. Oh yeah, we did. Alright, cool. We got 222 of them, so that's enough to probably build a house out of. Not that we're going to do that anytime soon, but the rainbow blocks result in some pretty cool looking houses, because they change color, you know. And let's take these mummy pants, or Eskimo pants off. I thought they were mummy pants. Where's our costumes? Where do we have our costumes at? Oh, up here. Eskimo pants. Alright. Alright, I wasn't really planning on doing that much inventory management, but you know, it didn't seem like my inventory was that full, so I thought it'd be worth it. And let's go back into the jungle. I don't know why I keep thinking the jungle's to the right. It's to the left on both my characters. I did that last episode too. What is up with that? But hey, we can teleport there because we have this thing now. So how many times do we want to teleport to get out to the jungle? Let's see. There's the first one, the second one, the third one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And here we are at the jungle. So that's awesome, dude. Like, that's great. I love that. Alright, so I'm probably gonna miss some. Just FYI, I'm probably gonna miss a bunch. But I'm gonna keep an eye out for life fruit and chlorophyte as well. The thing about chlorophyte, in case you're just joining me on this episode for the first time, and we are like really close to dying. Well, our health was half down, and that's more than I want it to be. Anyway, the thing about chlorophyte is you don't want to harvest all of it when you find it. You want to leave at least one chunk of it behind. Because what ends up happening is more chlorophyte will generate into the mud around it. But that won't happen if you take all of it. So I try to leave like one chunk behind. Alright, let's see if we can, there's some chlorophyte there. Not the biggest of chunks, but big enough to not ignore. Alright, we got 4 pieces out of that, which isn't too bad. Kind of like still waiting to see that like giant deposit of chlorophyte, you know? Probably the biggest chunk of chlorophyte I've seen is maybe like 20 pieces big, which, you know, it's nothing to sneeze at. But it's not like, you know, some of these other ores where you find like 40 in one deposit. You know, I guess chlorophyte's a little more rare. But that's kind of what's cool about it, though, you know, like, you don't want everything handed to you on a silver platter in this game. You want to work for it. Let's leave that chunk there. There's some more down here. Kind of messing up the landscape a little bit to get to it, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. In the process of setting up all the infrastructure for my teleporters, I managed to get several turtle shells, which will be significant later when I go to build the turtle armor. That's not something I'm doing right now, but it's something that I'm prepared to do, you know, when the time comes. Angry Trapper. Not to be confused with the Angry Hawkeye. Alright, well, we got a pretty good deposit here. I feel like this must have been one that I mined out before, and then it grew again. So, see, that's why I always leave a piece behind. Stuff is falling down from above me. I like to put the chlorophyte on my hotbar so I can see how much I've gathered without having to open up my inventory. Alright. Nope, didn't pick up any life fruits yet. Sometimes I pick them up like without even realizing I picked it up. Wow, there's a huge chunk of chlorophyte here that for some reason I didn't even see. Let me grab this. Pretty good chunk. The lighting plays tricks on your eyes sometimes. Didn't even see it. Ah. I need some light here. I think I saw some chlorophyte up in the wall over here. Kind of hard to tell. Gotta take this tortoise out. Oh man, it's not very friendly over here. Oh, there's a life fruit. We'll use that when I get a chance. It's too hairy to do it here, man. I don't have any health potions on me. I have a bad habit of not bringing health potions. I really need to work on that. When it comes to Terraria, I've never been like a health potion kind of guy. I don't know why. Like I understand their utility. I understand that they are very beneficial. Just for some reason, I've never been. I never have the foresight to bring them, and I always regret it. So I don't know what my problem is, man. I really don't. We don't need this orichalcum, but might as well grab it. It's a big deposit, hard to ignore a deposit that big. Especially if it's an ore that is still kinda okay and I'm gonna die. There we go. Saw that coming a mile away. Alright, well this gives me a chance to look at my itinerary here. Let's see, we got the spear. We harvested some chlorophyte. I'd like to go back out though. Golden heart, check. Got some shark fins. I guess we did okay on that. I'd still like to, if we see it raining again, I'd still like to go out and try killing that ice golem again. But it's gotta be like a storm coming in. He doesn't show up just any old time. It's got to be during a storm. All right, so we got extra life fruit. Moving forward, we're gonna want to have some boss summons. Let's see, what does it take to craft one of those mechanical eyes? We would do that here. Mechanical eye. There's the mechanical worm. Mechanical eye. Okay, we need iron or lead, soul of light, and some lenses. Soul of light and some lenses. Let's see here. Soul of light. Lenses. Well, we got a lot of lenses, and we need some iron. I'm not going to summon this guy right now, but it's good to have the thing ready for when I need it, you know? Soul of light. I wish we had more souls of light. We're probably going to need to craft like 2 or 3 of these things. But hey, we got one now, so I guess that's good enough for now. I have to craft a bunch of these boss items. You get souls of, let's see, souls of light is the thing that I need the most of to craft more of these things. You get those in the underground hollow. Do we have a underground hollow in this world? I mean, that might be the closest. We gotta have something better than that, right? That's kind of disconcerting. Is this isn't all hollow, is it? This is hollow up here. Let's take a look and see if we have any underground hollow down here. This right here is underground hollow, but this isn't like large enough to really, you know, farm souls of light in. Let's cut a swath through here. Yeah, this isn't the underground hollow anymore, so we'll have to figure that out. I think I can talk to the druid and buy some stuff from her to kind of get that to turn into the underground hollow. I may have to do. Alright. One other thing I wanted to do is maybe find some more sky islands, because we found 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure that there's at least 3 and up to 5 per world. I'm not 100% sure on the numbers, but I think I've seen worlds that had 3, and I think I've seen worlds that had 5, so I haven't seen any more or less than that. So if we can find another sky island, that would be kind of cool. Whoa, gravity. Alright, so I'm going to fly off to the right here. We can get a better, better starting spot. I'm going to kill some wyverns. Where'd he go? Did he despawn? I think he despawned. I think if you attract a wyvern and then touch the top of the world, I think they despawn, which kind of sucks. Because it's really easy to touch the top of the world here because of the low gravity. There's a different one. Alright, I'm going to pull out my mushroom spear on this guy. He might actually kill me because he's one of the like arch wyverns. Is like a super wyvern. Yeah, I'm almost dead. Yeah, I wasn't really prepared for that. That was just kind of like a spur of the moment thing, like, hey, maybe I'll kill a wyvern. Oh, I'm getting reacclimated to this gravity again. My brain was still tuned to the other gravity. Birds. I hear birds. I probably should have healed up, right? See, this is my problem. Like, I never heal up and I never bring potions. And then I end up dying. I'm like, oh, how'd I die so quick? No, I know it's my fault. Gravity is weird up here. I'd like to kill at least one wyvern before moving on. I know it's not what I came up here to do, but... alright, we'll move on. So I'm going to start from up here and jump off to the right and see how far we can go. I'm moving, you can't tell, but I'm moving to the right. Okay. And maybe catch another island. Awesome. Alright, yeah, see, I think I mentioned this in an episode like 20 episodes ago. I was like, you know, meteorites can hit sky islands. Well, here's a perfect example of that. It happened on my other world, my non-stream world, so I knew it could happen. So I'm glad you guys got to see it. I don't know how rare that is, but so there you go, it does happen. I want to kill this wyvern. Now this is not an arch wyvern, so he should go down a little easier than the last one. It's just a normal run-of-the-mill wyvern. Okay. Alright, let's dig this out. I want all this stuff. And my inventory is full. Let's just drop some stuff in here real quick, indiscriminately. I'll sort through it later. I'm going to be attacked soon. Okay. So many harpies. Kill you with my pickaxe. It's kind of cool once you get to this point in the game where, like, a lot of the pre-hard mode enemies that still exist can just get knocked out with the pickaxe. Like, you don't even have to think about it. It's just like, it just happens. Like, I could probably ignore these guys and just, like, kill them by accident. I like that. Let's get all this background. And inventory is full again. Whoops. Alright, we're gonna have to take this seriously. I was just trying to, like, shortcut it. There's some health potions. Just put them in my safe so I can't use them. I'll be complaining later about how I don't have any health potions at the ready. Can I quick stack any of this? No? Okay. We're going to be going after the next episode, or maybe the next episode after that. We're going to be going after the next boss. Should we get this stuff? Is this platinum? Can't turn down a big chunk of platinum like that. It's too enticing. Anything on this side? Oh, well, the meteor. I'll just remember that that's there. I'm not going to harvest all that out right now. Any more islands up here? I mean, all this stuff that we can find up here is kind of outdated, kind of obsolete at this point, but I'd like to know what's out there and what we can use. I'd like to, like, be certain that we found all of them, you know. Maybe it's just like an OCD thing, but I like to know that we found all the sky islands. Alright, let's head back to the left. I'd like for it to start raining or snowing out again so we could maybe kill the ice golem a couple times on the stream. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. Oh, and as I say that, it starts snowing. Okay. It's not really snowing that hard, though. I think that's how hard it always snows in this biome. I think that's like just the default weather position here. Must kill ice golem. So there's a couple tricks to finding sky islands. A lot of people rope up to them like this. I mean, that's what I did, and it worked fine. In fact, let's jump off to the left. Yeah, we're not going to make any real progress here, but it's worth a look anyway. Oftentimes when you're just kind of jumping around on the ground level, you find that you get up high enough to see like the bottom of a sky island. Alright. And we are on our descent here. And nothing new. It's a pretty long flight there. I think maybe we'd want to do the same thing off of this one, right? Nah, there's no way we can reach that. How high are we even getting? Oh yeah, we're not even halfway up to it. I guess we could rope up to that one again. Let's grab some rope. And then we're gonna fly off the left side of that one and maybe get a head start on the next island. Rope. I know it's in here somewhere. In one of these chests. I have everything kind of organized by, like, type. Whoops. Okay. I did happen to notice that one sky island that we were going to jump from was underneath one of these. Yeah, it's pretty much... Oh, above one of these, I mean. Okay, so... we should be good to start climbing up here. I seem to remember leaving a piece of rope down at the bottom to know where to dig up at. Or where to rope up at, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, it kind of looks like if we rope up... I was trying to line up the side on the map. Okay. If we rope up from here, it should take us right to our path that we dug through the bottom part of the cloud. And we might as well leave these ropes here. I mean, I don't really need them for anything else. And it makes it easier to get up here in the future. Yep, right where we dug it out. That's just like I thought. Alright, so if we jump off to the left here, we might be able to find... I was just seeing if there was anything up there. We might be able to find another sky island. So let's see. What did we find? Anything? Nope, didn't find anything. And we can always rope up from a different spot too, just to see. It's always worth checking out. Looking for the last of the Sky Islands. I'd like to find at least one more. I'd feel satisfied finding one more. A little bit higher. Anything? Anything? Whoops. Man, nothing. We'll try one more, like here. Get away from me. Oh my god, get away. Ugly rope system. Climb! Get out of there! Oh my god, that was close. Jeez, those derplings, they mean business. Alright, let's climb off and probably fly to the left again, and whether I find anything or I don't, I guess we'll probably close the stream off after that. Can't do this forever. And between now and next episode, I'm going to set up the teleportation infrastructure off to the right so that we'll be able to teleport anywhere on the map in a matter of seconds. We'll be able to go from the left coast, the coast on the left side, to the coast on the right side in a matter of like 10 seconds, which is pretty great. You know, we got such a high start, I might have actually went over like a Sky Island, you know? Let's look at the map. Yeah, I don't think I did, but... Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and collect some of this rope back. I'd like to illustrate... for anyone who might be new to Terraria and doesn't know like all these techniques yet, the quickest way to get your rope back after roping up to a place like this, because I used to like be very meticulous about like getting every piece back, and it used to take me a long time to get all this rope back, but it's really easy. You just have to put your reticle on the top piece, and then keep pressing up on the left stick like you're climbing upwards, and just start mining it down, and you'll fall down and collect it the whole way down. So that's kind of the quickest way to do it, and you get all your rope back. The better your pickaxe, the quicker it is. So if you have a really good pickaxe, you know, you're pretty much you're more or less falling and collecting it on your way down, essentially, is what's happening. Like, not really, like I'm climbing up on the rope with the left stick, but yeah, this is a really quick way to get all your rope back. So I just want to show you that technique. Yeah, it's a little slower than falling, actually, but that's the quickest way I've found to get it all back. Let's try one more space. I don't want to give up on this just yet. There's some space off to the right that we haven't looked at yet. Try one more time. One more time. Alright, we want to get past the surface corruption here. Or not corruption, oh, Blood Moon Rising, perfect. The Crimson. The Crimson. The corruption is a totally different beast. Okay, so now we kind of want to start like elevating. Maybe we can just see some rain trickle down or something from the bottom of a cloud. That would be great. Does not look like it. Where do we want to rope up from? I guess here on the edge of this cliff is a good spot. Dark Shard. Rope up from here and fly off to the right and hopefully find a sky island. And then we can put all the sky islands to bed. Like after that I'll feel satisfied. See what we can see. And we're back on the ground. I'm convinced that there has to be at least one more sky island. Above the dungeon seems like a good spot to me. Wyverns. They're following me. Yeah, keep it up, see what happens. Well, we never found that fourth sky island, but I guess that's okay. We'll put that one to bed. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call it the stream. Thanks for watching Normal Game Couch. That was episode 25 of the Mandleth operation. Next week we'll have hopefully all of our infrastructure done as far as teleporters is concerned. So that'll take us all the way to the right. And that's going to be probably another at least 2 hours of work, and then probably another 2.5 platinum to buy all the wire. That wire's not cheap. So thanks for watching. See you next time.